source.
So now there are new allegations of Corey Holcomb being talked about as a PDF. My disclaimer, this is just me. I don't think he is. I think that he says too much in a joking manner. But you got to remember in life, everything you say and do will be held against you, especially in the court of law. So let's watch and react.
Pussy, that's the best. I'm saying, please keep this piece of tape for future references. I'm telling you now, when they go after me, they get dirt like a.
See, that right there is not good. When they go after me, they got dirt like. Let's watch what he's saying.
Corey Holcomb's career might be over after.
Let's go back.
They get dirt like a.
Corey Holcomb's career might be over after these.
And that's Poetic Flocko.
They are accusing Corey Holcomb of being a PDF, and the receipts are going mega viral and gaining a lot of steam. It feels like the more these receipts go viral, Corey Holcomb's career might be over, bro. The ending may be near. And the worst part about it all, this damage is self-inflicted. They're just using Corey's own admissions against him. I don't know what.
And you know what Flacco's saying, I'm going to have to agree. Like, in my heart of hearts, I don't think he's a PDF. I'm going to keep it real. But I think the things that he says, like, especially on this extremely sensitive topic of anything doing with having to do with the little ones, no one or most people are not going to play with this subject, but let's keep watching.
Corey was thinking, comment on the podcast and admitting to certain things he admitted to, but now the world is watching.
When I was in Iceland,
see, like,
don't have to be no 18. I think it was 13, maybe.
See, this one right here is so distasteful. But listen,
14.
Yeah,
that's a grunt. The vagina been on this planet 14 years. I've said this before on the show. Also, do you know if a woman 16 years old gives you a baby, that is going to be 16, 17, 18, 19. That is going to be one of the healthiest babies possible.
First red flag was Corey Holcomb.
Okay. So I live in Georgia, right? The legal age of consent is 16. Have I ever, or anyone else that I know, pursued a 16-year-old? No. Because in the mind of the average man, a teenager is off of the table. For me and the people I know anyway, right? So, Corey is not aware of the effects of the things that he says and how damaging that they are to his own character and reputation. And unfortunately, I think he's going to find out the hard way how damaging that his words are and his actions when he put his hands on the young lady. Well, she's not young, but anyway, let's go.
In the age of consent in various countries, any man even having access to that information makes me feel icky. But yet alone a 60-year-old, that's nasty, bro. Second red flag was him saying, I've said this before. So this is an opinion that he has really thought about, sat with, and dissected, and he still didn't see anything wrong with him saying this.
Right. At that age, they've been on the planet long enough. They're in their prime developmental-wise to create a life.
Corey has talked about this at length.
Okay, so is he trying to make a case to deal? He's trying to make a case to deal with a 16-year-old. Corey, that's not good, man. Let's continue.
So every word he says is intentional. When he says they are in their prime to conceive, you don't have to ask Corey, who are they conceiving with? Who are they having a baby with? Only grown men are in a position to take care of a family and lead a household. So this is him advocating for them to have babies with grown men. So what are we doing here, man?
But you're taught in America something different.
Yeah, those eggs are buoyant. You could dribble them eggs.
And this is the part where the glazing from Craig, like, I don't think I've ever heard Craig say to Corey one time, man, you are out of pocket. Never. I don't think he's ever said that. And to me, that's not being the best friend that you can be to someone. Because if you see your homie going down the one-way street the wrong way, you might want to tell him, hey man, that's a head-on collision about to happen, but I don't know. Let's continue.
They got bounce back.
Craig Smith
And then he's laughing about it. Whatever, Craig.
is almost 50. Corey Holcomb is almost 60. And they're sitting on a podcast talking about how 14-year-olds have bounced back. Yo,
Yeah.
come on, bro. Like,
Get on him, Flacco.
Yo, that's absurd. Now, to make things worse, Corey Holcomb went on another podcast and he admitted to testing out the young women in Iceland.
My God.
Now, the same young women that he claims, were 13, 14 and ready to conceive.
You go to other countries, I'm just saying, in America, most people only know what they know in America, but I've been to other countries, and in Iceland, I think the legal age to get with a girl is 13 years old.
Is he really about to say this? I have not watched this, but let's see.
Right, it blows people's mind when they hear it. But in Iceland, R. Kelly is not a criminal. He's a normal guy in Iceland. I went to Iceland, and you just can't offer him money and gifts. And I thought that was so unfair that you couldn't give him nothing after you was done with him.
And these are adults in the background laughing at this disgusting, I don't even want to call it a joke. These words that this 56-year-old man is saying about a 13-year-old child. Corey, even if this is a joke, you're now in the dirt bag category. I'm sorry.
This dude crazy.
I'm not going to Iceland. So I assume you've been to Iceland and you took advantage of the laws. Is that what you're saying?
I had a great time in Iceland.
My God. Really? Your words are going to be your own demise.
Wait, we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there.
The age of consent in Iceland is 13. Did you take advantage of the laws in Iceland? Man, I had a great time in Iceland. You just can't give them gifts afterwards. After you're done with them. You can't give them gifts because that will count as trafficking. So he full on admitted that he did what he did in Iceland. Full on admitted to it. Now, a lot of people point to, Corey Holcomb is joking. He's making a joke. But at one point, you teetered the line so much that we got to say, I don't know, bro. I don't know, son. Even how Corey Holcomb talk about young women is disturbing. There was a story on the Corey Holcomb podcast he told about, I think, like a 5-year-old. Right?
Yeah,
And this story makes me...
I saw this. Corey, man, you got some issues, dog. It comes to a point where we can no longer take these things when it comes to the children that you're saying as jokes. Sorry.
Uncomfortable to this day.
This past weekend, I saw this little girl.
Here we go.
She had a Welch's grape juice bottle in her mouth. And she was about 5. She had the whole bottle, as far as it'll go, just sucking on it. Walking with her mouth. Somebody said, get that out her mouth. When they took it out her mouth, that baby said,
So what?
You know when she stopped crying? When a man picked her up and put her in her lap and started bouncing with her. Then she stopped crying and was looking like this. I say, that's a...
What? Yeah, see, Corey, you are not aware of the impact in the effect. Or maybe you are, you just don't care. You called a 5-year-old girl, which I don't know why. I think you are exaggerating because she could not possibly have been 5 with a baby bottle unless there was something wrong with her. But anyway, she's 5, right? And you just called her a WHORE because she wanted a bottle, and then she sat on a man's lap and stopped crying.
That's a little growing right there. And everybody will say, Corey, what are you talking about? Corey, you crazy. Get the out of here. This little girl was in her bliss with her mouth wide open. She was just, it had the cap on it and everything.
This is so cringe. No one is laughing. Whoever he's talking to, maybe that's Darlene and Craig, but this is so cringe that nobody is saying anything. But let's listen.
They took it out of her mouth. Then a man picked her up and started shaking her on his knee, and she was like, I said, that's a little, it's just Corey Holcomb crazy. I almost want to go back and ask about that little girl and do a documentary on her life. So one day I can show I know what I'm talking about. But in this society, I'm a bad guy.
Seeing a child suck on their
Yeah, he's trying to be funny, but that just was not funny.
bottle and your mind go to fellatio, you are a disturbed human being. Seeing a child get rocked back and forth to comfort and your mind goes to bedroom positions, you are a disturbed human being. Calling a child a hoe for doing things that kids do is disturbing. You are a disturbed human being. This is not normal.
That ain't nothing no little girl do unless she has the urge to do things like that.
Corey, you are so far out of bounds. You could not catch a jet to get back in bounds. You're so far out of bounds. You're like 1,000, or you're like 1,000,000 universes away. And there's no possible way to come back to Earth because you done ran out of gas a long time ago. I don't know what's wrong with you. Or maybe I do. Maybe you're just a dirt box. Maybe.
She has the urge to be satisfied. But ain't nobody gonna pick the Corey bad.
Yeah, you are.
Corey bad.
You're
Everybody,
horrible.
Corey, did you hear what Corey said? The little girl took the bottle out of her mouth and he said she gonna be a
No one's laughing.
Yes. And if there was more men in the house, the little daughters wouldn't be walking around with things preparing their jaw for hustle.
You know, I would like to see Dee's face, because a lot of times when Corey is saying craziness, I wish they would have flashed the camera on her, because the look on her face is like, you have got to be kidding me. And I like Dee's maturity in the way that she presents herself as a wholesome lady. And I think a lot of times she just grins and bears it, but she's saying to herself, this guy is a dirtbag. Yeah, like this time.
Her jaw is being prepared for hustle. And this was a little girl.
Her teeth aren't.
Baby Googler. I like that.
Okay, I don't know what that meant. And maybe I was just wrong. Let's see.
A grown woman is next to Corey Holcomb participating in this.
Okay, I was wrong.
She says, oh, her teeth not preparing her for filet.
Okay, so D, I digress. I gotta go back. That statement puts you in dirt box territory. You're a dirtbag too. The fact that you would say that about a 5-year, D, my respect. Darlene, my respect is gone. 2 dirtbags.
What? A baby teething makes you think about If you think this is the worst of it, it gets worse.
Me for real. One day I was living with this lady, and her daughters crawled in the bed, and I ain't have on shit.
Oh my God.
I was up under the cover,
Wow.
and I was like, oh shit. And one of her
Tell her,
daughters was
Michael,
like,
rest in peace.
her daughter was, she was in high school. I think she was 15. Still not legal. You just can't tell your true thoughts.
What true thoughts can you not say about your 15-year-old?
Okay. Corey Holcomb has no filter. He has no situational awareness. He does not understand until maybe after the fact the things that he is saying make him look like the most vile, debaucherous human being possible.
What true thoughts are in your head about your 15-year-old stepdaughter that you can't say? And also, if you were naked under the covers, why did you allow her to crawl up under the covers? Well, wouldn't hey, yo, wait, we about to put on clothes, chill. Wouldn't that have sufficed?
And why would you tell this story in video and do what you say, Corey, which is put it in the game, meaning that it's public property now? Why would you? It is a lot of the stuff you have said that's along this line, but like, why would you? Yeah, Corey, I think that you have effectively destroyed your own career brick by brick.
But Corey Holcomb, when he tells the story, it becomes perfectly clear that he thought there was a possibility, or he thought like she wanted him or something. Like she kept on sending him signs.
Her daughter was gonna be thick like her mama. I know that much.
Yeah.
I knew her daughter was a bust down. She got pregnant like a year after I moved out. She was 16. I knew she was gonna get pregnant, goddamn it, because she used to do shit. She used to do shit to let me know, damn, this is trying to get me in trouble. Her name was Tiffany. Right. All of you are kids.
Yeah, she has a documentary.
Kid pussy, that's the best foot. Well, I'm saying.
See,
What?
you heard.
Okay. The only reason why I will watch the 5150 show ever again is so I can just, I guess I'd have to just expose how much of a dirtbag you are, Corey. I mean, I can't support you. I cannot support you. I've never heard all this stuff in this video before. I didn't even know it existed. And I don't think it's funny. And I think that you are about to find out how not funny it is. You're already finding out, but let's go.
Run that back and hair from his mouth again.
Right. All of you are kids.
Yeah, she has a documentary.
Kid pussy, that's the best foot. Well, I'm saying.
There are some sick dudes out there who will probably excuse this as jokes. Ain't nothing funny about saying a kid woohoo is the best woohoo out here. A kid woohoo is better than an adult woohoo. Because one, how would you know?
I agree with Flacco. And how is this even a conversation on air with adults? And then when you look at like the Epstein files, like, and so how many people are so taken aback of the preverts involved in all of that debacle. But then you got this cat, Corey, in the form of jokes saying the same things as the people that were participating in the pizza, which is referring to the little ones in the Epstein files. Man, you gotta be kidding me, Corey.
If you're not somebody who engage in, how would you know if you don't engage with children? But it's all jokes, right?
You better watch me. Are you kids?
Okay, so there's the Darlene that I thought I knew, right? She did make a face here, but I just can't give her a pass anymore. From the comment that she made earlier about the 5-year-old's teeth. I'm not doing it, Darlene. You're a dirt box.
Want some type real bad.
Jesus Christ.
Can you get charged if you spoon a child?
What?
Like,
I mean,
get behind him, make him take all his clothes off, and you hug him like that. Is that a
pretty
charge?
sure. Yes, Graham.
What is
pretty
that?
Sure.
Not no penetration, just
Doesn't have to be penetration. It's a.
Man, I can barely get through the rest of this video. Like, I don't want to hear this. I never knew that Corey Holcomb had such a vile, filthy character. Like, this is actually very disturbing, Mr. Holcomb. Very disturbing.
That's love.
You can. Okay, hold
What
on.
if it's a stepchild?
Okay, I don't know where we're going with this, but
I'm just asking. They got these charges. I'm trying to see what the charges gonna be.
the wedding ring.
Somebody called me Corey Kelly because I said spoon.
Oh, good one.
I would never
Or Corey Epstein.
spoon a child. I'm asking what happens if you do it. It's called research.
Corey, how can you let these words come out of your filthy mouth? Your filthy ninja mouth. The joking is over. Like, I don't think most adults will find this funny at all, Corey.
Who mind goes there? Who mind goes to, yo, bro, how much time would I get if I just spoon instead of like the full thing? Like, if I just spoon, do I get a couple years off my sentence? Why are you thinking about this, bro?
Right. Please keep this piece of tape for future references. I'm telling you now, when they go after me, they get dirt like a
Yeah, they do.
I'm here to tell you.
Yeah, they do. They got dirt like a mother effort. Yeah, they do.
They go through my computer, they gonna be like, Corey, like, what else can I put out there?
Snacks.
I mean, come on, big in the child. I'm gonna check my browser, goddamn. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That woman is like at a point in her life where she is. What? It's just nobody likes to say shit like that in America because you can get in trouble for that. Now, I don't want no woman that's 16, 17, 18 because of the laws and because of the mental state she's in. Epstein Island, that'd be a great movie. Yeah. What was happening on Epstein Island?
Really, Corey? Epstein Island would be a great movie. How low can you go, my friend? So you want to see a bunch of underage kids, boys and girls, being passed around by adults? You want to see that, huh? You are... You have a reprobate mind. I think that's the word. Meaning that God can't even do nothing with you because your thoughts are so debased that you just can't even be turned around. And that is so sad. So sad to see that you are pretty much being destroyed by your mouth. It's really sad, buddy.
So you telling me?
Oh my God, they weren't children. They were.
What the
There you go. Now you don't.
What do you mean? I said no, and I said
You wouldn't watch it if it was a movie. It ain't real.
I ain't watching.
Finally, someone stood up to Corey and said he was out of pocket about this kid stuff. Let's continue. Look at
Asking
Marcus.
you, would you watch it? No.
And no. There you go.
Marcus, you won't watch
That's
it.
my got there.
See?
That's ridiculous. He knows what he's doing.
I know he knows. I know he knows. Yeah, I know he knows what he's doing.
Corey asked his co-host what he thought was a stumping question, what he thought was a question that was difficult, and that question was, man, what went on Epstein Island? You mean to tell me that if they put out a movie of kids getting effed, you wouldn't watch it? No. That's not a hard, no. But in Corey head, that was like a hard question, as if like that was something enticing. No, it's not enticing.
Corey, wish my baby happy 16th birthday. Hell, she ain't yours, so this is easy. She turning sweet 16 Saturday. Hey, what's up? Make sure, hey, look, I don't know her name. Isabella. What is her name? Dita 605? Dita 605. Listen, I want to wish your daughter a happy birthday. Her sweet 16. It's a beautiful age. And you make sure you and your daughter have counseling so that if she's broke, cat daddies like me ain't in that by the time she's 21 through 30.
My God. You just look at this face. You just don't give. I'm speechless.
Because if you don't bring them up right, I'm going to be with them on their birthday.
Wow. He thinks this is a joke. Oh, okay.
I was at the mall with the little broke. We was in Victoria's Secret. And I'm sitting there at the counter. I'm like, what's up? She needs to get measured for a bra. She never been measured for a bra. And she want to have the right size on instead of the Walmart bras. And the lady was like, oh, that is so sweet. Is this your daughter? I said, I'm standing up in this little bit.
Oh my God.
You gotta be kidding me. And then you hear Darlene. I'm gonna have to go take a hot shower after watching this filthy man say all of these disgusting things about little ones and teenagers, because I feel like my spirit and my brain have been polluted by watching this crap.
And it wasn't a laugh when I said that. It wasn't a laugh. The lady looked like, I was like, I got a couple of dollars. I get to smash look cute young girls like this that come from poverty.
My God. If he ever gets caught up in an underage situation where he's in a court of law and they have the evidence on him for doing it, and then if they pull out this video, oh, it's gonna be hammer time, buddy. Stop. Hammer time. And you're gonna deserve it if this situation ever happens with you, and I hope it does not. But Corey, you got a problem. You got a major problem.
I'm standing up in her.
Wow.
Do you need a bro?
So you double down and triple down on your debauchery, huh? You just won't stop, huh? Okay.
My brother's daughter.
Here we go.
Was with a group of us. We were at the hotel because my mom was in town. D, was you there?
Yep, I brought the cake.
I know how to do babies.
It was super cute.
Everybody was trying to get her attention, but she wouldn't do nothing but hug her daddy because she didn't know us like that.
That's true.
I didn't pay her no attention. I just kept looking away. But I talk, my voice carries, and she kept looking.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, what happened, D?
She went right to him. It was almost like,
I'm the one wasn't paying her no attention.
And everybody like this, what? Like,
you know what that told me?
What?
She gonna be getting put up in her when she grow up.
Some people will excuse this behavior as edgy comedy. I'm not excusing this, man.
I'm not either, Flacco. I no longer like Corey Holcomb.
I think it's up to Corey to come on this podcast and say, hey, bruh, what I said in the past about them babies is crazy. I don't know what I would.
It's past crazy. It is contemptible. It's so far past crazy that that's not the right word, Flacco. But I understand your point, and I appreciate you for bringing out this video. This is sad.
I was thinking. But knowing Corey, bro, he's not about to apologize for nothing, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? All right, is this acceptable or not? And if you're still watching my videos and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here to find out how DJ Academics exposed Charlamagne the God after he caught Charlamagne the God sneak this to him. I'm going to see you guys in the Charlamagne the Academics video. If you enjoy my videos, you get 3 hypes a week. Please, please, please send me a hype to this video if you want to support me. I really appreciate it. Send a hype to this video, okay? I'm going to see you guys in this Academics with Charlamagne video. I'm out of here, folks.
Peace. Viral news source.
Pussy, that's the best. I'm saying.
I want a new owner because mine doesn't know how to prompt AI.
Buy the basics of prompt engineering now.
Link is in the description.
Viral news source.